What's up? Price is Wrong here, and today is event day. And the Lost Continent. I'm getting ready to do my warm-up stream here. Raid starts in about 18 minutes. As you can see, well, it says 17 minutes. 17 minutes, it says right there on the side of the screen. So, I guess some of the things that we can talk about in the meantime is what we're doing to get ready for the raid, what we should expect, that kind of stuff. So, anyway, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Let me run my intro, and see you in just a second.
Welcome to Battle Vortex.
All right, folks. Hey, babe. Can you turn the fan on or give me the remote? It's hot. I'm hot. All people on my stream are going to make me nervous. All right. So anyway, things that we can expect. So the main thing that I want to try out today is I want to check out Tier 7. We've got 2 targets in Tier 7 this month. So we have the 100 and the 103. So we have 2 targets. You're going to be able to get like 7 million points altogether, I think.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. Anyway, the things that I was trying to do to prep for the get ready for the raid is I really wanted to, you know, we've had a few different changes this month. We have, we've got right here, we've got titanium now that we can get pretty easily. I usually don't have that much titanium. I've got about 149,000. I thought I was going to try topping it off, getting up to 250,000. But they pulled all the targets at 11 o'clock, so that was an hour before the raid starts for me. So they pulled them about 45 minutes ago, so I didn't get to finish doing that. I wanted to hit up some base parts too, but I didn't get to do that either. Neither one of those are going to be available during the event. And but you know, it's all good. I'm instead of doing anything major, I think I'll just try to keep researching these Conqueror VXP tokens because they're awesome. And so that's what I'm working on now, and I've currently got 9, working on number 10 right now. Haha. CRN. I need to come up with a better name for you. CRN. All right. Things that we've got going on. So we're down to 13 minutes. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know you can just hit the slider. Okay. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and pull up my slides that I plan on working on. These are the slides we're going to have on the BB show tonight. So they did want us to keep an eye out for VXP bulk buys. I'm not going to lie. It's not, that kind of thing's not for me. It's not for me. We know VXP weekend is coming. Plus we have titanium now for the VXP Conqueror class tokens and stuff. But of course this is going to be for Apollo, Phoenix. It's going to be for the assault class stuff, right? Apollo's, Phoenix, Skyfire, and the Gut Spills. So that's something that's going to be going on throughout the raid. It's not for me, but I'm not opposed to Kixeye making money somehow or another. If they can get somebody to buy these, then great. I just won't be one of those. The Lost Continent's the name of this event. It's part of the Reaver Revival event cycle. So this is the second one. We have one more next month. Next month will be the 6-day mega event, I guess. Or it's going to be a bigger event where You know, we're going to have 6 days, much larger store. You're not going to have a left side, right side, all that kind of stuff. It should be wide open. And then the event cycle after that is going to be skirmish. So if you're not familiar with the skirmish targets, I just show you my Tide Seekers. Okay, so with skirmish targets, if you're trying to build early, which honestly I don't know that I'd really recommend that, because anything you build right now is going to be obsolete in a month. Okay, because there's going to be a new skirmish hull coming out in a month, and then probably something else like a few weeks after that. Okay, but a concussive is going to be their weakness, so you're going to either want depth charges or you're going to want torpedoes. Damage type concussive is the main thing that you're looking for. If you look at the defenses, the main things that you're going to want to focus on are explosive defense and concussive defense. Of course, stun resistance could be helpful as well. Stun resistance, and so yeah, and if you have Tide Seekers, they should do pretty well. At least be able to do up to tier 4 or 5 next month. And the same thing goes for the Hellrace. So I don't know what kind of sub detection is going to be in the next skirmish targets. I haven't got a clue. I don't even know if the new skirmish hulls that are coming out, if they're going to be subs at all. I don't know. I mean, there's just a lot of things that it could be. There could be a sub. There might not be any subs. I don't know. There might be sub detection. There might not be. I really have no idea. But these should be viable, at least in some at some level, your Hellrace. So that's next month. Wow, man, he just jumped in 10 minutes before the raid starts. That's awesome. All right, let me see here. This is one of my alliance mates. I think he's just trying to be supportive. English is not his primary language, though. It's not his first language. So anyway, that's next month. Moving forward, there should be, like I said, in the tier 7, there's going to be a 100 and 103. That's going to be the first thing that I go to. Hey, Real Hitman, Jack Repo, Glenn, Ricky Ruru, Copcat, Corey, One of a Kind. How's everybody? How can you host for your ally to watch? If you just go up to the address bar, highlight the link, copy it, and then drop it with them, that'd be great. That would be great. All you got to do, I mean, if you drop the link, the twitch.tv/price_is_wrong, if you put that even on the Facebook page or Kixeye forums, it should open up in a window and they can watch there, or they can come here. Of course, if they do come here, there's a lot of stuff underneath for you to learn about my Twitch stream. All right, so other things that we know, of course, the uranium thing is pretty much unchanged. This is what the prize list should look like. We'll know for sure in 9 minutes. It should look something like this. The new stuff being on the top right side, 40 million points in total. If you go for the old stuff on the left side, it's 30 million points. And this stuff is not old just because our event cycles are running low. I mean, we've got this one and then next month. Excuse me again. The Phoenix is still going to be good for the next year, okay? Because it is an assault class hull, and we'll be able to use it on assault class targets for the next year until this event cycle comes around again. So it's going to be good for a long time. There should be an unlocked store that's basically going to be immediately available on the right side of the price screen on the bottom. And that should have stuff in there like your gut spills, flagships for your assault class hulls, the Zelos Com Prime. There's a few other potential specials that you might be interested in as well for your assault class ships. Okay. There should be tokens there, tons of tokens actually, There should be a few generic ship build tokens. There should be some ship specific build tokens, which I think is kind of awesome. There's going to be some BXP tokens available as well. Then there's the lock store. Now, if you're curious how to unlock the lock store, the trick is if you go back to the main prize list, if you unlock one of the, it's going to say an S. It's going to have an S beside it, which is short for special because it's going to have weapon and then H for hull underneath of that. But if you claim either the carbon fiber casing or the radon breeder, that will unlock the lock store. Either one, okay? If you already have the carbon fiber casing, you still need to pick a prize from this one to unlock the lock store. So you got to at least claim the radon breeder then. So it would be 8 million points before you can get into the lock store. The lock store is going to have all of your super hull shards, including the new one, which is the Cadiz shard, and you can get a lot of those. Arena's Rage is going to be in there for 40 million points, and of course the charged armors. For the first 48 hours, there should be some agilities available, agility 4s. It's a higher price. I'm not a big fan of that, 4.5 million, but you can claim it up to 5 times. I'm probably going to be interested in that myself. If you well, I guess as far as all the other stuff with the boats, I'm going to like kind of get into all of those tonight, I think. I'm going to get into all of those tonight. But I will say the Cadiz, you can only get half of it this time. So if you actually look at the prize list, you'll notice that each claim is 5 shards, and it's 25, so you can get 125 shards, but you need 250 to complete a hull, right? 250. Last I checked, that's how all of the Ghostcrawler, the Hellstar, Proto-Nemesis, all of those are 250 shards. So I assume the Cadiz is going to be exactly the same. Was it 4 million last time? You know, I actually can look that up. I actually save all of my this right here is my I save all of the spreadsheets that Driz puts out. So I actually need, if I claim everything that I want, it's 432.8 million points. I'm gonna be a busy guy, busy guy. This is the thing that I don't like. I don't like grinding. When you have everything, you shouldn't have to grind, but it's a grind. And that's just to stay current. I mean, that's just to stay current. 432 million points to stay current is silly. It is really silly. But anyway, I can go back to July. So in July, Agility 4, it was 4.5 million points as well.
Oh,
same price.
yeah.
In June, hey, thank you for that host, Commodore Scuttle. Appreciate it, buddy. All right. Agility 4 in June, right here, that was 1.25 million points. It was 1.25 million points for Agility 4 in June, 2 months ago. So yeah, in June it was a lot cheaper. But anyway, that's a lot more stuff that we're going to talk about on the Battle Vortex show tonight. And if you're not sure what the Battle Vortex show is, it's basically 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, midnight Kickside in the UK, Greenwich Mean Time. It's going to be on youtube.com/battlevortex. For more information, you go to bp.battlevortex.tv. Put that in your web browser, and you can get on there. Join the group, and there's a lot more information. A lot of helpful people, and let's see here. So I guess that's really all I wanted to share on here for that. So we got like 4 minutes to go, folks. On forums, it says 4 million. Ooh. Well, we'll see how it goes. It might actually be 4 million. Let me see what it says in here. Oh, it does say 4 million in here for August. So it looks like it might have been a boo-boo on the sheet here. Let me fix that real quick. I better double check a lot of these numbers then. Thank you for that. 4 million points. Got it. See, a lot of this stuff just gets copied forward from the old month, but if not everything is checked, you know. So So sorry about that. So it went down. That's awesome. But anyway. I guess he's given up. That's what it looks like. He's given up. All right, let me check my memory use real quick. Just for those that don't know, you see I have this doohickey right here. This is Rain Meter is what it's called, and I use that to help me monitor my memory use. Right now it says my RAM usage is at 40%. So if I go on here and I check my task manager, even though here it says 39%, usually I just try to make sure Battle Pirates is using less than a gig, and then I refresh. I'm really close to a gig right now, but I think the reason why it's that high is because I have Chrome open. So once I shut this down, it will probably drop quite a bit. All right, now the Ceph Sharp right here, that's actually Battle Pirates. And if you go to details, it actually shows up right here as Facebook Game Room. All right, so matter of fact, I'll just let you watch it. Watch this. So I've got it highlighted right there. Let me go ahead and click play and you can watch it. Battle Pirates. Uses a lot of memory. It's called Rain Meter, for those that don't know. This is it right here, Rain Meter. So you have, like, you know, you can kind of control your all of your stuff. It's a pretty slick little app. It's free. I didn't have to pay for it. It's kind of cool. But anyway, you see my Facebook Game Room. I'm back up and running and using a quarter of what I was using. So, of course, as soon as I go off the world map, it's going to drive up the memory use. If you do any kind of scrolling on the map, it does it too. It'll. All right. All right, my engine's fixed. I can drive it again. Oh, there we go. So it just popped up. We have, so here we got the tier 7, 100, 100, 103. If you go, well, tier 6, 80, you got 3 targets in each 6, 5, and 4. There is a campaign, the Deep Freeze Elite. This was not mentioned in the forums at all this time around, but I'm glad it's still there. Even though you don't really get much out of it. Your prize list, so basically it's shown here. This is really weird, okay, because I actually have everything on the left side. Carbon fiber casing I have already, and I already have the Talon missile. So it looks like there's some kind of issues going on here already. The locked prizes, so we have like the stun armor and the agility. These two right here are timed. They should have a clock next to them. I'm going to go ahead and refresh one more time. I just feel like something is up. We do have the nav relays are starting to pop up. I got some 63s here right next to my base. Here I have an 81. Let me go ahead and refresh one more time. Yeah, there's something up with the prize list. For some reason, it's showing that I don't have anything on the left side, and I have all of that. I have all of that. But anyway, to unlock the level S, you need to unlock. You need to claim something in level W. Typically, usually, if you have something already, like if I already have the Talon missile, it will let me just claim the Radon Breeder, and then it'll unlock the lock store for me. But anyway, let me go ahead and get my boats out and see if we can find something to hit. All right. So I'm just going to start off using the locator and see if I can use that to help me. So we got 100s and 103s. Let's go check it out, folks. It's locked until you get the rage. All right. Now, typically these are spawn. The spawn point is locked because of the urine clouds. That's just what I call them. I call them urine clouds. It's because that's what they look like. But so it doesn't matter what direction you hit them from. The lower tier targets aren't going to have that. You should be able to hit them from whatever direction you want to hit them. All right, so we're actually familiar with the 100 already. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump out of this one, and we're going to go check out the 103 first. Then I'll come back and hit the 100. Hopefully everybody's cool with that. Now, each building in these structures, there is a way to mitigate the damage from each one. I do believe it's entirely possible to do these damage-free. I've just not been able to do it yet because, I mean, it takes a lot of skill. So this is the whole target. And in here we have the, what they call the, what is it, something city, right? Was it called Reaver Cities or something like that? That's what this boat up here are, the Hellstar Cities. That's what they call it, Hellstar Cities. So this is how it'll start off. Pretty much the whole right side of the map is you can't go around the right side at all without taking a significant amount of damage. Heck, even the left side is pretty much locked up. You have to go down the middle. They got this one here tied up tight. All right. These drones you can pretty much outrun and outrange. That's really what the goal is to outrun, outrange. The scouts I'm not really familiar with the scouts, so they're going to be new to me. Let's just go in here and start working the target out. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go right because I want to basically give myself some room to work. So I'm going to start prepping out the torp tower. Then I'm going to go for the big Hulk here. So you can kind of outrange that and kill it without taking any damage. But it looks like it did make me spawn these right away. So, or activate these other ships right away. If you have the gut spill, obviously you're going to have that stun random launch override, which is very handy. Oh, so these scouts actually do healing now. So it's not just the other ships. It's good to know. People love to watch me screw up. If I do screw up, my feelings won't be hurt. Now, I want to tell you guys about a cool feature. Guys may notice that I have a subscription button on my stream now. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm a partner. I'm actually an affiliate. I'm not a partner. I'm an affiliate. So I still haven't. I've not yet been partnered. But they did create the subscription button for affiliates. And with that being said, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can actually link that to your Twitch. You get all kinds of free goodies for some of the games that you might play. And they come out pretty regularly. And then, all right, you don't want to hang out on the fire. But anyway, you also get one free subscription a month. And you can use that subscription on with your favorite Twitch streamer. If it happens to be me, then it's good for me. Now, if you're wondering what I actually get out of that, when I get a subscription, basically a subscription typically costs $4.99 for the first level, and I get half of that. Me and Twitch split that 50-50. So even with your Twitch Prime subscription, it doesn't cost you anything. I still get half, which would be $2.50. It's one free subscription a month. And there's also another icon down there for cheer bits. You can buy cheer bits, but you don't have to. I know they cost a little bit more. Basically, what I get out of that is for every cheer, I get one penny, 1 cent. And so if you do 3 cheers, that's 3 cents for me. I actually get 100% of that. You can get them for free, or you can buy them. You can get them for free by watching commercials. So if you click the little bit icon down there in the chat box, you should have an option to earn or to get buy bits or whatever, and then from that screen you should be able to actually watch a commercial, and I believe they'll pay you 5 bits that you can use here. So even if you're not a coiner, you don't have a lot of money, and you want to be supportive, you still can. Other currency here on the chat, something I do on my own, I do credits, okay? And I use these credits. Basically, there's a couple of boxes underneath my Twitch stream right now that explain what credits, how to get more credits, and what they're good for. They're good for like song requests and games and that kind of stuff. And but it basically keeps the chat more interactive and fun, I think. And you're actually earning credits already. If you click follow, which last time I looked, I was 3 follows away from 2,000. And so if you haven't clicked follow yet, please do so. And but anyway, that'll earn you 100 credits. Just click on the follow button. And let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and try getting this guy here. So you can outrange this venom spitters. All right. I'm gonna see if I can knock this guy out. I really don't like these ones right here that. I don't know what's on that guy, so I'm just gonna. Well, he didn't like activate or nothing. Alright, he's launching a whole bunch of crap at me. Now he's got a circle that's hurting me. I got to get out of that circle. Alright, so I'm out of the circle. Thank you. I typically try to do shout outs, but obviously I got to concentrate on my game too, so. Alright. This building right here, you don't have to kill. You do not have to kill this big building right here. All it does is put fireballs in the water and makes it harder to drive around even more. This thing that spits out the little fire things, the way to mitigate that is really just try to move and be fast. Oh my goodness, was there another one and I didn't see it? All these little buildings do need to be killed. Alright, and this building here needs to be killed. Looks like I pretty much got no choice but to kill that thing. I've heard a lot of people talking about different ways of mitigating these morts, but and some were beaching them on the land, and I've actually found that it's better to not do that. All right, so 2.5 million points I got for that target. Let me look at my damage. I took quite a bit of damage. But for that target, it might have been actually worth it. So I'll go ahead and hit a 100 real quick. You don't want credits, you want gold. That ship is weak. I guess you're talking about the Hellstar City. The laser hurts if it hits you. Oh, okay. Oh, in the Hellstar City. Now, I've actually found, from watching somebody else's video, that if you're doing a 100, this first cluster of ships right here, if you can go over the top and then hit it, you're going to give yourself a lot more room to kite them. And you can do them for much less damage. Now, it looks like they changed a lot of boats over to scouts. We had the other Reaver ship that was in there that was the healer, and they've changed that. So I'm assuming, you know, all they did was change the picture of them to look like scouts. I highlighted that one boat because it's different from the other ones. It's actually loaded with weapons, and it acts like one of these drones. So really the reason why I've got it highlighted, because if it gets in range, I want to target it specifically. It's got much lower evade, and I can actually retarget off of that and kill the 2 drones that are immediately behind it with a lot more ease, because it doesn't have the same evade. So it looks like it's just the ships look different, but they perform exactly the same. Oops. The missiles obviously can be mitigated via countermeasure. Really, that's the only way to mitigate those. Toby One Son, thank you for the cheers, bud. Appreciate that. All right, so now I want to kill this guy. Oh, I don't want to kill that one. Basically, you just got to keep it moving, but you don't want to make sure you don't want to get too close to that venom spitter, right? And so they're dead. Dead. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, well, Toby, you don't know how to cheer, but you figured it out, buddy. Good job.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Hey, Wind Dancer, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it very much. All right, so now I want to get this building, but I want to get this one launcher here. I don't know what to call this thing. It's not a rocket. It's not a scatter gun. It looks kind of like missiles, but it puts the fire on the water. There's another one right here. And basically, you just kind of got to be quick. Really, that's the only way to mitigate that one, is to be quick. Uh-oh, I screwed up. I didn't mean to kill that building. All right. It's a goo gun, huh? That sounds kind of bad. It does. It really does. It sounds really bad. Come here, you. Oh, let him get too close. All right. Missile, you can't outrange or anything. All you got to do is, I mean, if you're countermeasure, it's kind of luck of the draw, really. There's no way, guaranteed way to mitigate that one other than countermeasure. Well, countermeasure's not guaranteed, so there's no guaranteed. That's just kind of luck when it comes to the countering, mitigating this missile. And a lot of times it looks like I'm shooting it down, but I still get the puff of cloud, so it looks like I still took damage even though I shot it down. It's kind of weird. All right, I believe that's everything. Yeah, so it's just this building is all that's left. All right, next target. What's next, guys?
All right.
Eminem, man. Thanks for the follow, buddy. I wonder if you're the same Eminem I know from back in the day. Woohoo! You want to do a 103 again? I can do that. All right, so I had 45 minutes of damage from the earlier 103. And let me see, so I got 2 mean for that. I got 2 3/4 for the set, so I'm up to 7.4. And let's check out my repair bill. So I was at 45 minutes, now I'm at 1 hour and 2. So I did that one for 15 minutes worth of damage. So I definitely feel like tier 7 is the way that I'm going to go. The 103 was kind of tough, but it's probably going to get better, right? G-Daddy, what's going on, man? Riveted, how you doing? Crack and Doc, thank you, buddy. Oh, yeah, I didn't put any cruise on. You're right. You got me. Hey, you're kidding. How you doing, bud? All right. Big Doug, what's up, bud? I don't know if you noticed, man. I did fix your credits the other night when you changed your name. So all of your credits from your old name have transferred over to your new name. Now that's the guy right there that I want because he puts the fire in there. I did pretty good on that one. That was a good run. Typically, it's a lot better to actually make sure you have repaired boats because if you don't notice, the charged armors, they're only as charged as however much health you have. So if you're at 60% health, you only get a 60% charge. So it won't mitigate as much for you. If you don't know what charged armor is, charged armors is a limited armor special that you can win in the lock store, or you can earn in the lock store. It's pretty expensive, but it's very well worth it. And when I say that, it's mainly just because it doesn't give you any extra armor points, but it gives you the same kind of resistance as like the D5 version of armor, and it acts like old school armor, right, with the resistance, but it also gives you deflection via the charge, where it basically can reduce the damage by a flat amount up to a certain point until the pool is empty. So it's kind of both. It's kind of like deflection and resistance at the same time. It's pretty awesome. Really good armor. All right. We got some drones stuck up here, so they're going to try to surprise me in a minute. Let's see if I can retarget them off this building. I got one of them. All right. We got one over here too. I am using, this here has point defense built in, but I'm also using a single Phoenix 4. If you type Phoenix, P-H-O-E-N-I-X into the chat, you will get a link to my build. If you're watching this on YouTube later, I'll post a link in the description. See if I can take that guy out real quick. It's a tough boat, man. That guy right there. Nah. All right, I probably just screwed up right there, right? Because I probably really want to be on the other side of that. Let's see what he's like on the pinch. Now, this pinch that I'm using is actually intended for buildings, not ships. So I don't know how well it's going to work, but we'll find out here in a second. Not at all. All right, so I'm taking damage just by being inside this circle, just so you guys know. He's cleaning my clock pretty good right now. Don't do what I'm doing. You want to immediately get beside this guy and not be in front of him or behind him. Holy moly. Don't do that. That's like the first thing that... Medicine Man, how you doing? That's like one of the first thing... oh, no exclamation point needed. If you just type P-H-O-E-N-I-X, Phoenix... There is a cooldown on it, so if somebody typed it in the last 2 minutes, it won't come up again. But, yeah, it should give you the build. No exclamation point needed. Oh, well. Now, you gotta kind of watch out for the morts. Dang it. Alright. See, that's why I try not to hit that building, because these morts aren't done yet. And they suck. The morts suck. I'm just saying. Alright. Let's see if we can get in here and move a little bit. Oh man, I got into the scattergun range. Golly, man, I am so bad. Yeah, I did a lot better on this the first time around than I'm doing this time. Let's go ahead and kill this building real quick. Alright, should time out before anything hits me. Did y'all get the Phoenix build? That's weird. I don't know why it was. It must have been on cooldown for it to not work for some of you folks. So yeah, I took a lot more damage on that time around. So I'm definitely going to repair the fleet this time. What other targets are we looking for? Anybody want to see any of the? Oh, you are the old M&M. Awesome, man. Good to see you in the game again. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy repaired. I don't have any crews on. Crews that you could probably put on there that may be useful. There are some that are missile specific, like the Wolf Pack, for example. Let me see here. Let's just see what I actually have in here in my crews. So I'm not fully loaded. Let's see. The Molotov Maiden is good for splash. I really wouldn't think that would be very good in this particular event. The Sea Serpents gives you good turn speed, which obviously driving-wise, that could come in really handy. It's got 24% evade buff, which can help you against accurate specific weapons. But if they're splash-specific weapons or UAVs, the evade's not going to do you any good. So, I mean, obviously you can still use it if you want to, but... Steelheads, of course, gives you the resistances across the board. They were supposed to add corrosive in here as well, as I understand. It doesn't look like it's actually been added yet, but at the time when the Steelheads, well, I know it was updated when we only had 5 damage types, but it was my understanding that now that we have 6, it was supposed to get the 6th one. So it should get 15% corrosive defense too at some point. Yeah, the Wolf Pack, basically 14% chance to deal critical hits with missiles. That's not going to do you any good if you're using Skyfire UAVs. But if you're using Phoenixes like I am or Apollos, that could come in handy. And let me see. Now, I know there's some specific to UAVs. Is it this one? So the Death from Above, there's actually 2 different levels of this. There's the Silver and the Gold, 2-star and 3-star. And but anyway, you get the extra critical hits with UAVs. So and plus it gives you extended chaining range, 35 chaining range. Now that doesn't stack. So if your chaining range is already beyond the 35, then you're not going to see any difference. But if your chaining range is not yet 35, then you will. I didn't look like I had any grease monkeys this time around. But that could change. That could change. Yeah, no grease monkeys. All right, B set. I haven't even done an A set yet. So I've already done a 103 twice. I've done a 103 2 times. Silent Hunters for 10% speed. That's a good one. Hey, Germany's Ben Stiller. How you doing, man? Combat speed, there are a few different crews that will give you combat speed. And there was one that I actually had. The combat speed can come in handy if you're in a slower ship, like the Skyfire. It's terrible that you'd call that slower, right, when it's got combat speed in the 50s. But if you have this crew right here, the Remote Raiders, you get 30% ship combat speed buff for all your ships in there. It's pretty awesome. So even though it's intended to be used with drones, you know, you can still use it for 30% ship combat speed on anything. And I do have, I also have the a Gearheads down here that gives you the temporary combat speed boost. So it actually slows down over time, but in the beginning you can get a pretty significant amount of speed. All right, well, I'm just going to go ahead and coin this and get back out there. I'll go ahead. Well, you know what? I'm not going to put a wolf pack on there because the reason why I'm not using a crew on this.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for this subscription there, Morbid Mystery. I appreciate it. Also, as far as the followers go, I'm like right next to 2,000. I mean, I am incredibly close to 2,000. If any of you folks are not yet following, please click follow. I would love to hit 2,000. I would love it. It's terrible because yesterday I was at 1999 and I got on today, I'm at 1997. Man, I lost 2 followers overnight. I don't know what I did. All right, so let's go look for I am kind of upset about this right here. Now that because typically you're giving credit for the W. But anyway. All right. So let me go ahead and highlight A, or tier 6, 81, 83, 85. We'll go straight for the top. We'll go look for an 85 real fast. Woohoo! Maybe they misclick the heart. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. Maybe they just didn't like get notifications. All right. Thank you, AJ, for the follow. I appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, this looks like some of the other targets that we've hit. So, for those that are new to the whole titanium thing, there is actually a target that is exactly like this. That you can hit for titanium. So if you can hit this one, then I think this target, if I'm not mistaken, while it's readily available, is worth 20,000 titanium, if I'm not mistaken. All right. See if we can hit that 2,000. I would love to hit that number. And don't forget, subscriptions. If you're an Amazon Prime member, if you haven't linked it to Twitch yet, you can do that and subscribe for free. Subscribe for free. And what you get for your subscription, they do have like, you know, if I had a busier stream, I could actually have a chat just for subscribers. Obviously, I'm not doing that because my stream's not that busy. But you do get, I did create some emojis that you can use. So if you're a brand new subscriber, if you click on the emoji icon in chat, you'll see that there is one that is specific to my channel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, BLM. I appreciate that. All right. Oh my goodness, thought I killed him. Kraken Doc, thank you, buddy. Those cheer bits, actually, like I said, I get 100% of that. I get 100% of that. You can save them if you like. It doesn't matter. If you want to save them, you can and put them all in at once. Because I know right now it's like, if you guys probably noticed that BLM's at the top with 1,000 cheers. And but you can save them and get yourself up there if you want, if you want to be competitive. I do have some leaderboards in here for some of the games that I have. A lot of the fun stuff, if you look underneath the Twitch stream, is under there. So you can do stuff like see how old your account is by typing age, !age. You can do nice. I didn't know I could do that. Let me see. I think there's like followage, tell you how long you've been following, and there's all kinds of stuff under there. There are like 3 different leaderboards, I think, for the different games. Excuse me. I think one of them actually is a leaderboard for how many credits you have. But... Hey, White Star. Woohoo! Thank you, BLM.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What a... Oh, Monco, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Nice, man. Today's my day.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, G Daddy. Appreciate it, buddy. I'm getting all kinds of love today. And I'm feeling it. I really am. Gotta watch out for those mortars, man. Those mortars hurt. If you let those mortars hit you, it could take about 20% of your health. They kind of suck. I'm just saying. All right. That mortar looked like it was coming right at me. That was an 85, folks. 750k. 13 minutes worth of damage. I could probably dock it and repair it for instant if I break it up. I'm gonna do that real quick. Now, are you guys really wanting to see a tier 5 as well? Are you wanting to see a tier 5? Because if you are, I'll go ahead and hit the biggest one right now. Yeah, it looks like I could probably do tier 6 for free. That was the toughest one. I'll go ahead and break out the Apollos. We'll go down to hit the Apollos, or we'll hit a tier 5 target. It's probably going to hurt. Probably going to hurt a little bit. Thing about Apollos is they have this accelerate feature. All right, but this feature, you can't stop, because if you do, you're going to be like super slow. You see how slow I am right now? That's how it starts. This is going to hurt. Now, this Apollo fleet wasn't really designed for these targets either. Just so you know. Let me take a look at this screen real quick. All right. I'm gonna go to the right. This actually looks like one of the targets 2, titanium targets 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the 80 that pays out 10,000 titanium. I don't feel very fast. I do a pretty good job shooting down that missile, though. And I stopped, so I probably shouldn't have done that. But, you know, crap happens. My build has evade armor on it, which instead of anything to help me with any kind of splash stuff. Man, the evade on these ships is just amazing. Not too bad though. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I don't have any armor on these as far as the to charge stuff goes. Oh, let's go ahead and park next to it now. We'll go running straight after it. Boom. Sucker. Crap. All right, I'm just gonna kind of run and see if I can nip that thing. Don't kill it. All right. So if I don't kill that, then I should be able to kill this up here and then actually be out of the target before anything hits the ground. Woohoo! 65. Done. All right. 13 minutes worth of damage. All right. Are we good? Do we have any questions about any of the prizes? Hey, Ricky Ruru, you have a good raid too, bud. Have a good one. Yeah, Apollo. So you got the Apollo build. That's good. Phoenix. Type Phoenix for the Phoenix build. All right, so I took most of it on my Zoe. Oops. 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 All right, let's look at the prizes. So actually, you know, we should do this right here. Global, Lost Continent Global. 237 million already. There's already somebody at 237 million. The only way to get there is to blitz, okay? There are blitz targets available. So if you wanted to do that, let me see if I can find. I think they're only around certain types of bases, if I'm not mistaken. So let's look around. Okay, so here we have an 89 that's already been hit. You see it's got the red icon underneath it. So that one's already been hit. We got 69s down here. Let me see. I'm going to try to see if I can find another one. So here's some 89s. Okay, so it looks like it's all Drac bases. Thank you, Eminem. All right. So again, this one right here, the top is tight, or the right side is gassed off. The bottom down here is gassed off. So I have to take out this first clump of ships, cluster of ships. Well, obviously first. I don't know why I did that. Just ran in there on that. Should not have done that. Dang, I have that thing pinched and I'm running away from it. Hello. Hello. Alright. The Hellstar City, you gotta remember, get beside the thing. Don't stay in front of it. There you go. Oops, too close. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Crap, man. Alright. Alright, I guess I could try playing it safe and just going around. So maybe that's what I'll do. Go around this cloud right here, because I don't want to kill that building if I don't have to. I'll save it for last, whenever I can. Hey, thank you, Kraken Doc. I appreciate that, man. BLM was just dethroned. That's great. That was awesome. Yeah, I love the sound. Where is the new UAV hull? I actually don't have a fleet of them built yet. I've got 2. Oh, are you talking about the super hull? The UAV super hull, maybe? I think I need a refresh. I definitely need a refresh. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, if you're talking about the Cadiz is actually in the lock store, and you can only earn half of it. This ship right here, you can only earn half of it in this raid, and it's going to cost you probably about 185 million points to get that half. Now, if you're talking about the Skyfire, I've only got 2 built so far. My third one is... actually, I got 3 built. I got 3 of them built. Alright. Now, I still got a turret to kill and that one building in the back to kill. So, I'm going to go try knocking those two out real quick. See if I can hit that one without hitting this other building, though. Yeah, I did it. Nice. Boom. That's an 89. So that's that. Yeah, the cost for only half. Now, I personally took 6 minutes worth of damage. Obviously, that would be an instant one coin if I wanted to instant it, or I could take it back to my base and break it up and do an instant repair for 0 coin. But if I wanted to use it for Blitz, I could do 5. But there are people out there that are spending the 50. They're spending the 50 to basically get that number right there multiplied times 50. And that's how they're getting their points up so high so fast. Sosuke, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Now I gotta check. I gotta see where I'm at on followers again. Boom, that one there is dedicated to Sosuke. Thank you very much. That's your little emoji firework display. Thank you very much. Alright. Now, I guess we're just going to go ahead and go over the prizes real quick, since there seems to be a little bit of interest there. And then I got to get off for now. I got to take a break. Let's see here. Let's get my boats repaired real fast. All right. So anyway, looking at the prizes, I am still disappointed about this right here. I'm not gonna lie, I really am disappointed because I do have everything on the left side, but it definitely is looking like I have to claim the rage first, which I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, I like the rage, but I'm not a big fan of having to claim it first. But inside the lock store, we were talking about the super hulls. So this is the new Cadies right here. You look at the details right there. You can pull up the blueprint and look at everything. But it's a new UAV hull. You can actually look at it in the shipyard as well. You actually didn't even need to use the. You can just go into design mode, assault, and then right here, it's got 22 weapon slots that are capable of UAV or countermeasures. You can't put any standard weapons, so it's strictly UAVs or countermeasures. That's it. And then there's only 2 armor slots, which is really weird because it only has 36,000 armor points. And it's assault too, so you're kind of limited as to what you can put on there. You can't put a couple of charged armors on it. It would be really, really good in this raid if you had it. It would be very good in this particular event cycle. I would think so anyway. Of course, it's not that fast, but basically what it does is it spits out drones. It's got drones that will intercept specific damage types depending on the health of the Cadies. So in the beginning, it will be penetrative and corrosive. But if you get it down to 75%, that's going to change. And then if you look at the defenses on that, I probably shouldn't have took it down, but if you look at the defenses on this guy, there's defenses, all there is stun resistance. There's no resistance to any damage types in the hull at all. So when you put armor on that, that's what you're going to want to look at. And also the drones that come out, each one of those drones is 25 health points of your health points. So when you spit out 5, that's 125 health points. All right. So there's that. Hey, Big Pete's. What? That's number 2,000. Big Pete's. You the man. Let me get some emojis going on here real quick. All right. Questels, thank you for the follow. Woohoo. 2001. Look at all those emojis, man. I got like 2 of them at once. That is great, man. That is good stuff right there. That was awesome. Big Pete's 2000. Oh, now it says I'm at 2000 now. So I don't know what's up with that. Woohoo. Emojis. Woohoo! That was awesome. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Yeah, that was great, man. 2000. You know what? I'm going to make it rain. Everybody that here is here right now, you guys are getting hooked the heck up. Make it rain. 2,000. That's credits for everybody in the chat. 2,000 credits. I'm not frozen, am I? All right. I keep spitting out these noises like I'm doing stuff, but I'm not doing stuff. All right. Anyway, I'm out. Folks, I do appreciate, we got quite a few people in here right now. The showing is nowhere near like I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping to have at least 300 people here. I don't even know if we'd ever hit 100. I saw it was in the 90s, but it's okay because I hit 2,000 followers. So that made it all okay. Anyway, I will be back in a little bit. I took tomorrow off. So I got to get over like 400 million points. And I need over 400 million points. So that means I need to break 100 million points a day. So I got to get busy. But I do have some other things I have to take care of first. Real life doesn't stop because Battle Pirates is having an event. So, but I will be back in a bit. And y'all have a good one. And again, thank you one more time for helping out. And I'm going to do my best to put the builds underneath in the description for the YouTubers. And the rest of you, if you're here in my Twitch chat, all you got to do is type either Apollo or Phoenix, and you get the build. So there you go. Anyway, y'all have a good evening, and good luck in the raid. I hope you get everything you want. You take care. Have a good one.
The price is wrong, bitch.